We woke up at 5:45 and flew into Kansas.
Kansas City! Woo!
Welcome to Kansas City. Have a wonderful, wonderful time.
This is the Mustang. The Mustang is so fancy. Alright, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna buy a car every single day.
Alright, what's the mystery car mystery solved?
Chrysler.
Chrysler what?
Minivan.
A minivan!
A
We got a
minivan.
minivan.
Here she is.
We drove to a baseball museum.
He's my good old buddy, old Pio. And then we ate some good barbecue and ribs.
13 places to eat before you die. That doesn't mean we're dying, does it?
This is good, but it's not, I have to admit, it's not as good as Daddy.
Drove from Kansas City to Council Grove, 2 hours, and it was such a pretty drive. The pastures, it seems like the land just goes on forever and ever.
And it's actually kind of in the middle of nowhere.
We drove to Chase County. Got a tour of the courthouse, which is the tallest building in the county.
It turned 150 years old. He and his wife and his 2 daughters lived in the courthouse for 20 years, and they had a jail up above, and the daughters were both there telling stories of all the things that happened in their childhood.
They'd end up in jail, they'd spend the weekend, and then the chief would come get them out on Monday morning. So you can imagine how many meals my mother had to cook. And he got him out of jail, he was sober by that time, and he babysat for us while my dad took the call. It's kind of like Andy and Mayberry, you know?
They decided they were going to break out of jail. And so they managed to, between the 2 of them, wiggle this thing until they got it broken off.
We went to Tallgrass Prarie.
Low rolling hills, bison dotted amongst the hills. We got to see 2 up close, and then a handful in the distance.
I'm just walking by. Oh, I need to go poop.
I love Kansas so much. It's gorgeous.
We went to a festival.
That's great.
There's a guy from New York who set up a teepee because it was like a Santa Fe Trail Festival. And then he was showing us the inside and how it was made.
So it's always got the air drafting up and out, and the smoke and the heat rise and suck it right out of the top. So that smoke hole and the liner is what allows you to have a fire inside your tent.
Nice, Nolan. Nice, Graham, 2 in a row. 3 in a row, dude. We are on our way to Nebraska. And the drive through Kansas is so beautiful, and we're never gonna get there if I keep stopping to take photos, but it's just too pretty. I love it, I love it, I love it. We're in Nebraska!
Went to the squirrel cage jail. Turn it around this way, and then they could see the prisoners.
Chase, what do you think about the squirrel cage jail?
Cool.
Graham, you're making yourself comfortable in the jail cell?
Yeah, it's really comfortable. I get top bunk.
You get top bunk? Have a new friend? No. Chase. I think that needs to be your new haircut. What are you doing?
Smoking.
What?
What do you think we're doing with these? Come on. Yeah.
You got some cigs?
Oh yeah.
You're in juvenile detention jail and you got some cigs?
Oh yeah.
It is proven we meet nice people wherever we go.
Except for New Jersey.
Well,
We went to the Omaha Zoo. And these are for my brother. We spent the day looking at animals, and they also have an aquarium.
Like the kangaroos, the miniature kangaroos, and the monkey, or squirrel monkeys.
I liked the squirrel monkeys. One landed on you, Graham? Yep. What do you think of this place?
It's awesome!
Chase, you want to go wrestle with them? Graham, what did you like best at the zoo?
The gators. What else? I like the huge gators. Desert gold. And the alligators. And the crocodile gators. Nebraska, 10 out of 10. I love this place.
We are doing the mystery drive-through challenge. Where are we going, Chase?
I could go on KFC.
All right, what do you think?
I think it's gonna suck.
Dude with glasses and a mustache. Oh, he's ordering. He's doing a lot of pointing. How much is he ordering? He looks like a rancher. This is gonna be fun.
I think that dude got a soda for me. A biscuit just for myself.
Some nuggets and gravy and a biscuit. What are we gonna drink? The dude man didn't order a drink.
Yeah. All right, I rate that meal an 8 out of 10. Thanks, dude man.
Restaurant number 2. A mother and her teenage son.
Yes, a teenager.
We're at McDonald's. Guys, what did we get from our mystery drive-thru at McDonald's?
A fun shake.
This is mine, ice cream sundae. Thank you, Toyota Camry lady and teenager. All right, guys, 2 restaurants, mystery drive-thru. Did we get full or do we need to do a 3rd restaurant? Where should we go?
Burger King.
Burger King? I'd just like to order whatever the person in front of me ordered. Can you surprise us with that?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Nolan says the first 2 were really bad. The last one was really good. This mystery drive-thru game was a lot of fun. What do you rate this game, the mystery drive-thru
10 out
game?
of 10.
And this was a fun way to feed everyone supper on the go. We're in Iowa!
We saw a ton of wind turbines, and we drove right under one of them.
Holy moly!
They are huge up close, and the blades look like they're about to touch them. They're so big, and they move a lot faster up close too.
And we stopped to see the Grand Wood Barn.
I love driving the back roads in Iowa and seeing the farms and the corn, the cows, the tractors. It was all so beautiful.
We went to Field of Dreams. I was a lot better at batting when we went there.
So we got to see the house where they filmed the movie, the field. We played on the field.
I hit some really good ones, and I got a home run once.
Nice!
There was a person that was in the movie, and we got to see him and get signed balls from him. It was really fun. There we went to a dogs, and it was the World Championship.
4 pools, each with slightly different challenges, but they were all the basic idea of trying to get the dog go as far as they can, as fast as they can.
And the further they jumped, the higher ranked they were.
After that, we went to the Frank Lloyd Wright house in Iowa.
Nolan enjoys architecture, so I thought it would be cool to check out.
The famous house.
A nice but modest home on a limestone bluff. House is shaped like a tadpole. First 2 weekends that they lived in their home, they had open houses and they had over 4,000 visitors. Yeah.
It was all custom. The house was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. All of the furniture was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. It was done beautifully. So the house was 1,800 square feet, and 900 of that was in the garden room.
It was full of windows, and they could not make any changes unless they asked Frank Lloyd Wright.
The lady who was having it built wanted a window in the kitchen, and Frank Lloyd Wright didn't agree that a window should be in a kitchen because a kitchen is a place to work, not a place for daydreaming. So finally, after many discussions, he said, okay, I'll put a window in the kitchen, called the kitchen their work room, because it is very much work. Bathroom was really interesting. It had this bathtub slash bathroom sink slash toilet combination going on. So in order to use the toilet, you had to move the sink that was normally on top of the toilet on top of the bathtub.
Didn't make attics, basements, or garages because they just gathered junk.
The Walters lived in the home for 31 years. They had no children, and they decided they would leave everything to the state of Iowa.
It was a really neat house, a really cool experience, and it was a really different thing to add to our trip. I'm really glad that we got to do that and experience it.
Our last stop was at Uncle Greg's and Aunt Gail's house in Chicago. We're in Illinois! Woo!
How is it, Nolan?
Pretty good. Stay, or you can trade with Nolan.
And we got to shoot his airsoft gun, and I got to shoot him with it, and I got shot.
Ollie.
Get around, Uncle Greg.
Come on, I need a beer. Pretty much got everything we wanted. We watched the World Series when the Phillies beat the Braves. I was really sad. And I had a good time.
Next, it was time to go to the Chicago airport and fly back home.
Where are we at? Chicago. All right, so we're at Chicago airport, and Graham randomly gets flagged, so they have to check his hands for any evidence of explosives. And he came and told us that they had to check his hands because his hands were too dirty. He didn't know what they were checking his hands for. Guess how many miles we drove?
7,777.
7,047.
46.
We drove 1,209 miles.
I won.
Chase won. Favorite part of the trip?
Everything.
Come on.
I don't have a favorite. I guess the food.
The food?
Oh, the Field of Dreams. I forgot.
Field of Dreams. Favorite part of the trip?
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. Favorite part of the trip?
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. All three of you said that. We successfully made it through 5 states. Just me and the boys, solo. We had so much fun. 3 of the states were new: Kansas, Nebraska, and Iowa. So favorite part of the trip, I loved a lot. I loved the whole trip. All awesome. Loved it. But I would have to say, if I had to choose, my favorite part of the trip was driving through the countryside. I loved seeing all the cornfields and the pastures and the land, and I loved it. I loved the drives.
We're going